Hi, everyone. Welcome to your Business Whispering Taster for 2024. My name is Dr. Adila Rafiz, the founder of the Life Whispering Institute. And one of my special core modalities is called Business Whispering. And that is what you are in to get a taste of today. And this is a fast ride today. We are going in, we're going deep, and we're getting out quite quickly because everyone is pressed for time. And I so appreciate that you are here live and sharing some of your Saturday with me, no matter where you are in the world. So, really, thank you for being here. A very warm welcome to you, and a very warm welcome to the world of business whispering. A lot of you know me, a lot of you have done work with me, and a lot of you know of my modalities or are very well versed, like you have done and practiced my modalities. And I wanted to share with you about what's happening with business whispering. Today, you're here to receive a taste of it, to get more information about it. First and foremost, it is a completely revamped, re-downloaded, channeled program this year that came through at the end of last year. It over a very small amount of time, whether you're doing a session or whether you're doing the 2-day class with me, you go into the depths of business that would normally take you months to cover. Everything from creating your business, getting aligned with business, clearing blocks to business, creating your offers, pricing yourself, tapping into your ideal clients, creating yourself energetically as the business owner you would like to be, and bringing forth the business through you that you would like to be the custodian of in the world. And it's very, very exciting. There's obviously a lot that we pack into the 2-day business whispering class that we have coming up. Today, I had to choose what aspect, what small part of everything that we have to offer would I like to share with you. So I've chosen one energetic aspect of the business whispering work that we're going to be doing together for you to get a taste of it. And to give you an idea of the things that business whispering is capable of, it's like tapping you in to not just your energetic frequency, but your energetic signature when it comes to business. Like there's a particular way that you shine at doing what you do. So tapping you into that, but then you have a particular signature that clicks in and has a way of working with other people or other creations in the world that will create you as the most authentic and successful version of you. And business whispering brings you into that experience. Before I get into explaining all of that, I want to come back and just talk about business for a minute in general. Now, a lot of you might have done body whispering, which is amazing. And the really interesting thing I found over all my years of doing work and facilitating work is it's easier for you to change a body thing, a health thing, even a relationship thing for most people than it is to change a money/business belief, experience, or reality. And the reason for that is because the money/business/financial reality thing is so dense for so many of us. And the way it is done, it is very hard for you to shake a lot of the deep programming and the deep entrainment to what everyone else is thinking, saying, and doing when it comes to this area. It's very hard to create your own reality. It's very hard to stay in your energetic lane, to stay in your zone of genius, to believe that you are able to create this masterpiece when there's so much distraction, there's so much noise, and more importantly, I think a lot of people don't recognize just how much programming you probably have around money and business. And this is what blocks you. And if I say to you, can you change a body thing? and we work on your body and you have some sessions, you're actually much more open to getting into that energy, that space, and receiving that change. As opposed to when it comes to money and business, it's still a very much externally focused area of people's lives. That means you look outside of yourself to create and to understand and also believe what is true for you and what isn't. When it comes to money, when it comes to business, when it comes to creating your business, creating your success in the world. Because the idea with business is the answer is outside of you. Someone else knows better. There are other people in the industry that know what they're doing, and you're just trying to copy, or you're trying to like keep up with them. And you're often trying to replicate, even if that's not the word you would use. If you look at how you're creating your business, how you're thinking about business, you're kind of just trying to do what everyone else is doing to keep up and to get some sort of result. Yeah. So business whispering turns all of that on its head. And it's particularly created for people like me, because it took me, believe me, it took me a few years to get my footing in business, because absolutely, as a female, as a healer, as a practitioner, as someone who believed that they wanted to just help the world and heal the world and loved people, it did not come naturally for me, and it was not an easy road to believe that actually I do know how to do business. I actually know how to do business really well. And if I listen to the whispers and work with the whispers of my knowing and of my business and work with the universe, I will create a much more successful version of business money success than anything else. And now I'm so confident in that. Now I can say to anyone that says to me, look, I think you should do it this way, not that, or I think everyone is doing it this way, you should do it that way. It's so easy for me to stand in my awareness, in my knowing, and to follow through with what creates success. But for many years, I was just like everyone else. If my husband had a suggestion, what the accountant said, what this person said, what that person said, it's very hard to not be at the effect of the experts or everyone else when it comes to money and business. Because if you notice, it's not really an area that the world likes you to be hugely empowered in. Especially heart-centered people, healers, practitioners, facilitators, intuitive coaches, people who are out to change the world. How empowered have you been? How many times have you been told, you are absolutely right, like you are amazing, you can change the world, you should go for it, you should do this, and the world needs more of you? As opposed to being made to feel like you need to fit into a box, you need to look a certain way, speak a certain way, do business in a certain way to be accepted, to be able to make it, to make enough money. And you're caught up in that wheel of trying to prove, trying to create, trying to believe it's possible for you, swinging wildly between one day believing you can, the next day thinking, oh my God, is this ever going to happen? Struggling with worthiness, struggling with all of the blocks, like it's wild. It's a wild ride. So I'm so pleased to share the tools of business whispering, because honestly, it makes it so much easier. And this new class and the format of this class, I honestly think you will not find this level of depth and information, success tools, the ability for you to tap in and shortcut your way to success. If there's anything I could tell you about business whispering, is I promise you it's going to make your journey to success quicker if you stick to what the whispers tell you. And this is just one little hint that I want to bring in here, is when it comes to changing your body, changing any other area of your life, and I say to you, tap into what you know, what is your body saying, what are the whispers saying. You listen to those whispers and we work with those whispers. When it comes to money and business, I think one of the things that creates so much misalignment is, even when you think you're listening to the whispers, you don't fully understand how many layers and levels of that programming of that, of you being so confused at a deep level that you don't actually know when you are and when you are not listening to your own whispers, because you're actually aware of so much information and so many people are saying so many different things to you that you actually can't find that alignment as quickly, because it's very hard for you to decipher what is true for you and what isn't. So with business whispering, we shortcut and we cut straight through to a lot of that. Now, as I was saying, there's so many amazing things that we're doing in the business whispering class. So we're going to be, first of all, teaching you the full business whispering process, and then using it to connect you in with the entity that is your business, connect you in with your ideal clients, connect you in with your energetic signature, connect you in with the signature or core offers for you, and then work with you on your pricing and how to grow your business, how to market your business, all of these things. And of course, the fun stuff, working and clearing all of your money blocks, business blocks, life blocks, everything, okay? But today I was like, okay, what's going to give everyone value that's on here? And I thought, okay, here's something that I think people are still not getting, is you all have something that is unique to you, your voice, your way of doing things in the world. There's something really special about you. Yes, you. I can see you. Yes, you. So, yes. And so there's something very special about you, but I still think you're not doing business. Like, I don't think you're acknowledging it. I don't think you're believing it. And I definitely don't think you're amplifying it and shouting that from the rooftops and saying, this is me. This is who I am. This is how I can help you. And this is why you should work with me. You should come to my business. You should receive this amazing thing that I offer, that I do, that I sell. And you should be so happy to pay me so much money for it. Okay? You don't have to use those words, but is that the energy that you are functioning from in your business or not? Let me have a look at more of you. What are you guys doing? Is that the energy you are functioning from in your business or not? Okay, so I thought what would be nice and hopefully of great value to you guys is, let's tap into this. Let's tap into that unique part of you that you're not even utilizing for yourself in your business right now. You're not even acknowledging and you're not using to your advantage, because you all have it. So, and there's two aspects to this, and we want to bring that together and we want to put it out into the world. So there's the energetic aspect to it. You have this particular energetic frequency signature, who you are. That means even if you're in a room full of other people that do the same thing. I used to be a chiropractor. There are how many chiropractors in the world? I am now a coach. There's how many coaches in the world? I'm a facilitator. There's how many facilitators in the world? I'm a healer. There's how many healers in the world? But I'm also a dealer. And I'm a dealer, and I have a particular way of doing my healing work, my facilitation work, and my coaching work that creates my business to be the entity that it is. And I get to work with the whispers of my business and to bring it into the world and to create the things that the universe would like me to create with it. And it's supporting me to do so. And when you work with the whispers and when you have the alignment, that's what business is about. And when you miss that part, it feels very hard because you feel like you're working against the world and you're always pushing shit uphill to try and get a result and to try and create your business and to try to make money doing it. Yeah. So the two things I wanted to talk to you about, the energetic, that energy that you have. For some of you, it's the healing energy you have. For some of you, it's the nurturing energy you have. For some of you, it's the precision that you have with what you do. With some of you, it's your ability to see a certain thing. So I'm going to use some examples, if you guys don't mind. So for example, Rashmi. Okay, so she is an amazing body whisperer. not just the modality, but like I trust Rashmi to read energy, know what's happening with the whispers. That is her energetic gift, right? That's Rashmi. I've got Meenakshi on here. Meenakshi is such a kind soul. There is so much kindness in her universe and in her touch and in her facilitation. So her energetic uniqueness or thing that she should be spreading throughout the world is the healing through kindness that she has. Yeah. Some of you are so strong at what you do. Some of you are so gentle with what you do. Some of you are very technically skilled at what you do. Some of you are here to work with all of the children in the world. Some of you are here to work with the women of the world. Some of you are here to create cultural change, physical change, financial change. All of you have a special gift. Have you tapped into it? Okay, that's the first aspect. The second one is how you're able to do it. So there is your energetic signature, and then there is how you can bring that into the world. So again, for example, for me, it was through Body Whispering, Business Whispering, the Life Whispering Institute. It doesn't matter if you're using somebody else's modality or your modality. Sometimes people say to me, oh, Adela, you have your own modality, but I don't have a modality, so how can I become famous? Well, let me tell you, before I became Adela that's known for this work, I was very successful as a chiropractor using other modalities, using other even healing modalities, because it wasn't, oh, Adela is only doing this. It was, oh, the energy Adela brings to chiropractic, the way Adela does chiropractic, the way Adela does that modality, this modality, that session that hundreds of other people are doing in the same room. There's still something unique about the way you can do it, but you have to acknowledge it, that can create you to be able to stand out even in a room full of hundreds of thousands of other people offering the same. So that is your energetic signature. Then there is the physical way you're going to bring that into the world that we've just talked about. So for example, I'm going to use Rashmi again. So Body Whispering is a really great fit for Rashmi. It's not her modality, like she didn't create it, but it's such a great fit for her. She could go out and become the most famous body whisperer, more famous than me at Body Whispering, because that is her thing, right? Meher, it could be baby whispering for you. You could take baby whispering, run with it, have it in all the schools, have it all over the world. It would be like, oh, like Meher's amazing at baby whispering. Who's Adela? Oh, she founded it, right? That's the level of ownership you can have over a modality, even if you didn't create it. So there is a way for you to find what you are doing and then put that together with your special energy and put that out into the world and speak to that, market to that, put that out into the world. When I say put that out into the world, I don't just mean sit there and send out the good vibes. Yes, I do mean that, but I also mean you do the work to get that message out into the world. Hey, I'm so-and-so, and this is my gift and talent, and this is what I can do, and this is why you should see me. Okay, so let's do this where you kind of tap into this and you get a sense of this and an awareness of this today. Are you guys happy to do that? Sound good? All right. So we're going to work with the business whispering energy. The last thing I just want to tell you about is the quick thing about business whispering is working with the energy, the entity that is your business, so the energy of it. It has to work with the energy of who you are. So you are an entity and your business is an entity. Okay, so that communication has to exist. And there's actually a third entity that we work with, which is universe, which is all consciousness. So when we want to create something, we want that whole thing to be in union. We want there to be energetic congruence, and we want there to be energetic communication between those three things. That's how you create something to be very effective. So with a business whispering session, what we're doing is we're opening up the communication lines, the energetic lines between those three things. And This is why it works. That is why it works. And why it doesn't work is if you trick yourself and you do not truly open up to those three things. So some of you have very, very strong conditioning about what you think business is, how you think it should be done, or you're so scared of getting it wrong that you will not be willing to hear the whispers. And so when you don't listen to the whispers, when you go ahead and use your preconceived ideas, for example, you have been told over and over and over again that you need to be running Facebook ads to be successful. So you just decide that is the only way you're going to be successful. The whispers are telling you the way for you to be successful, you need to just get out there, go to in-person networking events and grow your network. But you do not listen to that. You stick to the Facebook marketing thing and you just spend thousands of dollars every month on Facebook ads and it's not doing anything for you. And that's where you think that it's not working, but it's because you have to get out of your preconceived notions about how things are meant to work. I have had to do that over and over again with all of my modalities, and that is why they continue to evolve and change. If I wasn't open to business whispering would not have changed. It would not have evolved. It would not be a brand new class now. Body whispering would never have changed. Nothing would have evolved from the day it started, because I would have thought, okay, I've already got something that's working, that's successful, and I've got to just keep replicating it. So you've got to be open to hearing the whispers. All right, everyone, let's say hello to you. There's so much I want to talk to you guys about, but there's one other component to this, and it's getting your body out of a stress response with money and business. A lot of you, maybe most of you, are in a stress response with money and business, yeah? Physiologically, so literally in your body, when you're in a stress response with money and business, it puts you into a state where it's very hard for you to be in flow, very hard for you to be open to the possibilities, very hard for you to follow the whispers, because you're in survival mode, you're in fight or flight. Okay, you're in what we call the high beta brain waves. That's your stress response. You want to be in your theta waves, at least your alpha waves with your brain when you are working with possibilities. So we're shifting your physiology with this exercise so that you can start to work with the whispers. So say hello to you, say hello to your body, say hello to the energy of who you are. And you might not have actually talked to yourself in a little while. You might not have gotten out of your stress response in a little while. You might be thinking you're Rashmi who's always stressed. You might have forgotten who you are at your core, right? You might not even remember what it's like when you're not in a stress response, when you're not worried, when you're not thinking about money, when you're not trying to figure out how to be successful, when you're not trying to figure out what's next. Let's tap into who you are before all of that, beyond all of that, and above all of that. Let's tap into, for lack of a better word, your higher self, or your full self, your whole self, the part of you that is connected to all things, that is connected to source energy, that is connected to all the whispers of the universe. Let's remember that we are safe. That no matter how stressed we may be in this moment, no matter how bad the economy is, no matter how scary the world is, no matter how sad things are around us, that ultimately you are safe and the universe has a grand plan. And as you start to reconnect with who you are, I want you to come back to what is true for you. And I'm going to ask now the business whispering energy to start to open up and to interact with us. And I'm going to ask it to show you. I'm going to ask it to shine a light for you on the parts of you that you have been missing out on, that you haven't been acknowledging, that you haven't been receiving. I want you to ask it to actually show you the very thing about you that is going to create the most success for you that you have been completely missing or ignoring. What is that energetic nature that you have? What is that strength, that quality, that uniqueness that you have that you've completely ignored? You haven't paid any attention to. In fact, you didn't even remember that it existed. You might be extremely skilled at energy work. You might be amazing at reading energy or reading people or using your intuition. You might be deeply psychic. You might be born to work with animals or children or bodies or money. Maybe you are someone that can whisper to all of the money in the world. What energetic capacity or nature of yours have you actually been thinking is not even helpful when it is the very thing that is the key to your success? Where have you been not acknowledging, not including, and not addressing that very part of you that holds the key to your uniqueness? So I'm going to ask you to receive your energetic signature now. And with this energetic signature, with this particular way of being in the world, working in the world, being with people, with business, with money, with success, there is a way for you to bring this forth and to have it at the forefront of what you do. What is that way? And of course, your body might have information. You might hear words, you might see visions, you might get a sensation, you might just get an awareness, or you might be processing something that is just trying to come to the forefront of your mind. It's just working its way through all of the layers into your cognitive mind. Just allow that to process, allow it to come through. Just trust and know that you started this process of receiving this information and working with your strengths and creating your business with your energetic signature. Now, as you do this, and if you hone into this, if you tap into this, and when we do the rest of the different parts to this in the class where we link it up to your ideal clients, link it up to your signature offers, link it up to everything else, this is how you can be very, very successful and become very, very rich. Doing this in the way that allows you to feel the strongest in the world, allows you to work with and to your strengths. So allow it to keep speaking to you. and allow yourself to keep receiving from this process. And whenever you are ready, you can open your eyes, become present again in this time and space. But just remember that there is still no need for you to be stressed. There is no need for you to go back into a stress response. Just be relaxed. Just, there is that element of trust, right, that's required with the universe. And that element of trust can't be there when you're in the fight or flight response thinking, I'm about to be killed. The universe does not have my back. How do I survive? So we have to get out of survival mode. Something like this, doing this exercise is a great way to just break that cycle. Sometimes you can be in this cycle for not just days, but weeks, months. Some people are in this fight or flight response with money and business for years. That's why nothing changes for them. And when you change things at one level, so you think, oh my gosh, I've already done so many business classes, I've done so many sessions, I've tried so many different approaches to my business. If you've tried to add it on top of your stress response, so something I say about all my modalities, we're always working at all three levels of mind, body, and energy. And we cannot just add something on top without clearing through those three levels, that subconscious mind, that physiology, neurology of stress, that energetic healing and clearing that's required. It would be like you building your dream house on a foundation that's ridden with termites. Like, you have to clean the foundation. You have to allow the work to come in. If you're wondering why the other classes, sessions, marketing experts, whoever you've invested money with, it hasn't worked until now, if you're trying to add on top of a stress response, your body cannot receive it. Your mind cannot fathom creating when it is in survival mode. So we have to get out of survival mode. So with Business Whispering, the first part of the class is getting out of survival mode, healing and clearing those blocks, that physiology, neurology. Then we're going to move into really you learning how to do this process with every component of Business Whispering, with your business, money, marketing, all of that stuff we spoke about. And then the really fun stuff, getting into creating your business with me, where we'll really work on what do you want to offer, how do you want to offer it, what is your unique program or offering or service to the world, what are you going to call it, how are you going to price it, how are you going to grow and scale this in the world now. So really, I've done a lot of business classes, sessions, coaching. I spend thousands and thousands and tens of thousands at least every year on this stuff for my personal development. What I can tell you is what you'll get in 2 days is what would normally take months in another business program or class, okay? I am starting to just speed up a bit because I had promised you guys that we were going to be timely today, and I've got about 8 minutes left. So on that note, that I think that's all I wanted to kind of share with you, is that taste of Business Whispering. I hope it's been wonderful. I am going to open up for questions in just a minute. I do want to remind you we have a Business Whispering class next weekend. It is in English. It is translated into Arabic. It is very practical, very hands-on, very fun. And it's brand new, like I said. So even if you've done a Business Whispering class before, you probably won't recognize it. The other thing, if you are an established, or if you're like a healer, facilitator, coach who is ready for that next step, so you don't just want to add another class, you want to really grow your footprint in the world, you want to really add an income stream with it that's much more tangible as well. This year, I have just released certified coach training with me, under me. So I will mentor you and certify you as a Business Whispering coach. And with that package, you get the Business Whispering class, you get the brand new Business Upgrade program, and you get one-on-one mentorship with me, and you get 3 months after all of that of certified coach training and how to create not just your coaching business, but how to coach other people, and you will then get to go out into the world and do what I just did with you guys, but you'll be able to grow your business as a Business Whispering coach. It is, Rashmi will tell you, it is priced at an amazing price for the first time. And if you're still not sure if it's for you, I do have like I'm offering like very short calls. If you think this is probably for me, but I just have some questions, you can jump on a quick call with me over the next week or two and I'll answer those questions. If you're just starting out or you're like, I just want to take it step by step, just join the Business Whispering class coming up next weekend. That will be amazing. And if you want to add on the certified coach later, you can, but the package is amazing right now if you choose that. And the Business Whispering class, I can't wait to get into it. All right, I will take a few questions now. So Seema, hello.
Hi, Adila. How are you? So good to see you after so long.
I know, it's so nice to see you.
So, I still remember the body whispering class that I did with you. And you said in the class that there are so many people doing IVF, but there is no one like you. Yeah, so I am kind of getting there. And I have started to, still, I find it challenging, like when I am a facilitator, I perceive energy. I like today itself, today in the morning, I had a SOP session and I could, perceive with very accurately what was going on with my client. But when I come to this side of IVF and patient is there in front of me, so I step into becoming a doctor, then that somehow disconnects me with the energy, perceiving the energy of the patient, what is stopping them from, because I know they have come to me to become parents, right? But somewhere they're not choosing that in their energy field.
Okay, I would do, here's two things you can do. One, immediately, is the exercise we just did. I want you to use that to show you how to apply not just your skills. See, this is the thing. It's not your skills as a facilitator. Who you are is you are this intuitive being that has this edge on any other doctor that is doing IVF, as long as you choose to work and function as you from your energy. So I want you to use this exercise to be that person and to really, oh, this is a huge topic on its own, but really claiming that, owning it and embodying it and working from that space. If you bring that energy and ownership into your marketing, into your clinic, into your sessions, you will have twice as many, if not more, clients. Like, you will have such a major waiting list. You will be renowned for your approach, okay? If you need more help with that, either the Business Whispering class or even like, I just want to use you, if you don't mind, as an example. This is how someone like you, who's not actually like a coach or a facilitator full time, this is how you could use the certified coaching training. Is you would do that training to really step into your understanding and embodiment of that part of you, and then you would actually add it to your business. Because I just want you to imagine IVF doctor and the packages you offer. There is an option where you offer counseling and facilitation to help create success with IVF. Like, not just including it, owning that difference in that space. Now, I've recently had a baby. I don't know if you know, but I recently had a baby. I didn't do IVF. I just used baby whispering, but we'll talk about that another time. But I have just been through the whole medical system. I chose all of my doctors, obviously, as you can imagine, and chose all my specialists and went through a very medical process. But I made sure that everything I did and all of the people I chose were in alignment with that energetic outcome. And if you think that you can't be that in the medical space, it's actually the opposite. This is the emerging trend in the medical space right now, is consciousness with the medical space. Consciousness with IVF and conception is huge. I could talk to you about it all day, but this is so needed in the world, Seema. So it's, for me, it's like, it's not just how can you include it, it's how can you absolutely own it, claim it, embody it, and start shouting about this from the rooftops, because people are searching. People are searching for that.
Thank you. Thank you for this perspective.
Thank you.
And will business whispering class help me in, because if I don't choose to become a coach, just do the body whispering class?
Just do
Will
the
it
business.
help me?
Yeah, we will create, I mean, we will absolutely do a lot of that stuff I just talked to you about. We will create your business model, how you can talk to your clients, how you can even advertise with that special conscious touch to really start to get out into the world and create your identity as Dr. Seema, conscious IVF coach or conscious IVF doctor or whatever. Like, so exciting, right? Like, I just think unlimited potential there. And I already can see how you could do consults worldwide. Like, it's unlimited. But that's just one example of what we can do for each and every one of you in the Business Whispering class. So yes, please join the class. You do not have to become a coach. I promise you, this class, you will, if you do it and apply it, you will get back 2 times, 10 times, 100 times, hopefully, your investment. There's no way you can't make more money from doing this class. Meher?
Hi, thank you, Seema, and thank you, Dr. Adila, for this insight that you guys just spoke about. Because when I was in India recently, I was contacted by a wellness center. This wellness center is more about skin and body and hair, and I got onto the panel of conscious awareness in terms of what your bodies can do and how you hold traumas. And I did a lot of sessions there, and a lot of them were body whispering and other modalities and baby whispering. I could see the shift in you could see the shift in the people when they sleep for the session, and when they get up, you could actually physically, and they notice that change. So this was an aspect that I never knew existed, where I could do something with that. I went for my facial, and we were talking, and I was like, I do this, you do that. And she was like, would you want to do some sessions here? I was like, yeah. And I was about to cancel that session because I was feeling too bored to travel all the way to her. And then something said, no, you need to go. And I think that was the whisper that I actually heard and said, okay, you know what? I'm going to go for my session today. And when we got talking, and I did a number of sessions in like 10 days. And I was like, oh, wow, this is a whole space that's available that I never looked into, because we are so used to doing it in a certain way.
Yeah.
So yeah, and right now, while you both were talking, it was such a brilliant space that just got created with kids, because that's my question that has always been there. Where and what can I do differently with children? But this just opened up a different world for me. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, this is, I hope that many, many, many of you choose this class, because I really want to revolutionize what, exactly what Meher was just talking about. Like, this work is not limited to the wellness, like woo-woo space or energy world or whatever. Like, this is applicable across the board, everywhere in the world, every industry. My other industry is property and very property finance. I was in a finance company yesterday, on Thursday, with one of our business partners, and I was like, do you want me to clear the energy in here? Like, we got to do some work. And so I walked around this like private equity firm, and I was like, and they were like, oh yes, please, we need to clear the energy because it is so heavy. So like this approach is applicable to every industry, and the world is moving towards this. It's not moving away from it. So get the edge now. But the most important thing is not just to get it. You have to learn how to communicate it. You have to learn how to put it out into the world, not just energetically, but physically, cognitively, and with words, with marketing, with written work, everything. We have to get it out into the world. All right, we're going to do much, much more of all of this and many more things in the class. I'm going to love you and leave you guys, but as I said, so grateful you joined. I hope this has been of value, and Rashmi has probably all the information and links that you need. I hope to see you guys next weekend. If you have more questions, just send us a message. You can email me or you can message Rash and she'll get right back to you. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Rash, and thank you, Iman. Thank you so much. Lots of love. Bye.